Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In today's lesson, we'll talk about different types of relationships that we can find in sludges or different types of sludge materials. It is always a good idea to have some estimates of the water content of sludge and how many total solids are there in a sludge and what could be the flow rate of the sludge. All these things can come handy in designing wastewater treatment systems and in increasing the efficiency of the wastewater treatment. In this lesson, we'll talk about relationship between solid levels and the water content. As we discussed in our previous lessons, that the sludge basically contains much larger water content. However, sludge is still termed as solid just to distinguish it from the liquid phase of the wastewater. So we can find out relationship between the water content and the solid levels in sludge. In sludge, the relation between the level of dry solids and the water content is given by water content. Basically, हम percentage में देंगे is equal to 100 minus dry solids level, again in percentage. So you can see here दो ही चीज़ें होंगी sludge में, एक water content और दूसरा उसमें जो उसके suspended solids हैं वो. For example, a sludge with the level of dry solids of 2% has a water content obviously of 98%. अगर 100 में से 2% जो है वो solid waste हैं तो बाकी जो है वो obviously water content है. Therefore, in every 100 kg of sludge, 98 kg are water and 2 kg are solids. This is just an example. It depends on the type of sludge. Now, the water content basically and obviously influences the properties of sludge and how the sludge will be treated. It influences the mechanical properties of the sludge and these influences the handling processes and the final disposal of the sludge. जितना वाटर कंटेंट कम या ज़्यादा होगा उसके मुताबिक स्लज को ट्रीट करने के लिए हम डिफरेंट स्ट्रेटजीज अपनाएंगे और उसके मुताबिक ही हम डिसाइड करेंगे कि स्लज को एक जगह से दूसरी जगह कैसे ट्रांसपोर्ट करना है. तो वाटर कंटेंट प्रेजेंट इन स्लज इज़ ऑफ ग्रेट इंपॉर्टेंस. दिस टेबल शोज द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन द वाटर कंटेंट एंड द मैकेनिकल प्रॉपर्टीज in most forms of sludges. You can see here this column shows the water content, this column shows the dry solid content, and this column shows the mechanical properties of the sludge. You will see that depending on the water content of sludge, its mechanical properties change. For example, if the water content is 100% to 75%, the mechanical properties of the sludge will be almost fluid. तो क्योंकि water content बहुत ज़्यादा है तो sludge ज़्यादातर liquid form में ही होगा. If the water content is from 75% to 65%, it will be semi-solid. If the water content is 65 to 40%, the sludge will be hard. And if the water content is still low, 40% to 15%, the sludge will be present in granules. And if the water content is still even lower, 15% to 0%, the sludge basically is disintegrating into a fine powder. So you can see here कि जितना ज़्यादा फाइन पाउडर होगा स्लज का वाटर कंटेंट उतना ज़्यादा कम से कम हो जाएगा. The solids can be called as dry solids or those can be called as total solids as well. They can even called as suspended solids or total suspended solids. They almost mean the same and these terms can be used interchangeably. Now the water present in sludge can be divided into 4 distinct types. For example, free water, adsorbed water, capillary water and cellular water. These terms are based on the flow of the water and how much it is absorbed in the sludge. For example, free water basically is a free floating water and it can be easily removed by gravity, by flotation and thickening of the sludge. Free water basically ऐसा water है जो कि sludge में है लेकिन sludge से बिल्कुल separate है और इसको easily separate किया जा सकता है. Adsorbed water, as the name indicates, it is absorbed on the sludge and it needs some more forces, some strategies to be removed. Can be removed by mechanical forces or by the use of a flocculating agent. You can see here सबसे जो free form है water की वो कहलाएगी free water. उसके बाद जो है वो absorbed water आएगा. And then we have capillary water. Basically it is the water present in the sludge due to capillary force. So it maintains itself absorbed in the solid phase by capillary force and therefore it is distinguished from the adsorbed water by the need of greater separation force. पहले हमने बात की free water की, उसके बाद आएगा adsorbed water and then we have this capillary water. Again it is present in sludge and it is absorbed with the sludge due to capillary action, due to capillary force. So obviously इसको remove करने के लिए ज़्यादा force required है और different किस्म की strategies चाहिए to remove this water. And the last category of the water present in sludge can be called as cellular water. As the name indicates, जितने बायोमास हैं, जितने cellular materials हैं, उनमें जो present है water, उसको हम cellular water कहेंगे. And as you can see, ये free water, absorbed water और capillary water से बिल्कुल मुख्तलिफ है. So that's why it needs a completely different strategy to be removed. This cellular water is part of solid phase and can only be removed by the change of water aggregation state, that is through freezing or evaporation. So again you can see here different types के sludge में different ratios होंगी, different proportion होंगे water के. उनमें free water हो सकता है, absorbed water हो सकता है, capillary water हो सकता है और cellular water हो सकता है. हर एक को remove करने के different तरीके हैं. Again it depends on the type of the sludge. I will see you in next lessons.